Welcome to 12 Hop Flop, the podcast where paws meet purpose and whiskers guide wisdom. I'm your host, Floppy, hopping right into your hearts with a fluffle of helpful tips. Everyone has those days that feel like a burrow collapsing in around them, but guess what? Just like a rabbit finding its way out of a tangled garden, you too can bounce back from bad days. Let's dig into how to recover from tough times, because let's agree, nobody's warren is free from the occasional storm. Let's start with munching on perspective. Yes, like a rabbit with a fresh sprig of parsley, sometimes you need to take a nibble at the big picture. Remember, today's troubles are just a small part of your life's landscape. Keep your nose twitching for the good stuff, even if it's as simple as a sunbeam to bask in, or a nice crunchy carrot. Now, on to burrowing through stress. Just as we rabbits dig to make a safe space, creating a comforting ritual can help you tunnel through the muddle of a bad day. Maybe it's steeping a warm cup of chamomile tea or thumping out your worries on a run. Find what soothes your soul. Speaking of soothing, grooming helps us rabbits stay clean and calm, but for you, it might translate to self-care. A bubble bath, a fluffy towel, or even just some quiet time can stroke away the day's dust. And much like rabbits thrive in their social setting, don't forget the magic of connection. Lean on your friends or hop on a call to a family member. Let them be your warren when the world wobblies. My bond with 8-Bit, another bunny in my life, has shown me just how valuable a listening ear or a comforting nudge can be. Restocking your emotional hay can also be key. You've got to have a well-nested reserve to pull from when days get dreary. This could mean diving into hobbies that replenish you, or just giving yourself permission to do nothing and be perfectly okay with it. Nibbling on resilience is a bit like chewing through a tough fibre. It builds strength. One strategy I often ponder on is the 3 positive things exercise. At the end of the day, think of 3 positive things that happened, no matter how small. Maybe you mastered the perfect veggie stir-fry, or simply enjoyed a moment of peace. These tiny joys can be just the hop you need. Of course, there will be days when the lettuce seems wilted and the carrots taste bland. That's life. But acknowledging your feelings is like a rabbit acknowledging the need to thump. It's natural, it's important, and it alerts you to what you need. Whether that's seeking help from a professional or from your community, reaching out is as important as reaching for that next stalk of celery. Let's talk about learning new tricks. We rabbits can master quite a few with time. After a setback, reflecting on what you can learn helps you hop forward instead of spiraling down the rabbit hole. Was there a misunderstanding that could be approached differently next time? A boundary that needs to be set? Growth is part of the cycle, like the changing seasons we bunnies adapt to. Remember, even the heaviest rain is just prelude to the lushest greens. Lastly, forgiveness is as important for yourself as it is for others. If you've ever seen a couple of rabbits making up after a tiff, it's all about letting go and enjoying the fresh clover together again. Humans, too, must practice grace, letting go of the could-haves and should-haves to embrace the now. So, my long-eared wisdom for you today. Take heart, because every bad day is just a prelude to a more resourceful tomorrow. Stand tall, even on your toughest days, and know that there's a whole field of possibilities waiting for you to hop into once the storm has passed. It's time to wrap up this episode of 12 Hop Flop. If you enjoyed our hop today and gathered some nugget of carrot wisdom, please subscribe and leave a review or comment. Your thoughts are as welcome as a leafy green in a rabbit's bowl. Thank you for listening, and remember, in the grand meadow of life, even the hoppiest of us have our thumps. Until next time, stay buoyant, bask in the sun when you can, and keep those whiskers wiggling for joy.